Night vision stalker, he only moves when you blink. It started with something so small. Something you would have ignored too. At exactly 2:13 a.m., my phone camera turned on by itself. Not the flashlight. Not a notification. The camera. And it wasn't facing me. It was switched to night vision mode, pointed behind me. I remember laughing at first. You know that kind of tired, hollow laugh when you haven't slept properly in days? Yeah, that one. Because I live alone. There's nothing behind me except a wall. Right? I checked anyway. Turned slowly. Nothing. Just my room, quiet, still, normal. But when I looked back at my phone screen, my stomach dropped. There was a figure. Standing right behind where I had just been sitting. Tall. Too tall. Its head slightly tilted, like it was studying me. And its eyes. God. Its eyes were glowing. I spun around so fast I knocked over my chair. Nothing. Again. Nothing there. Just empty space. But the phone. The phone still showed it. Standing. Waiting. Closer now. That's when I realized something that made my chest tighten so hard I couldn't breathe. The camera could see something, my eyes couldn't. That I turned the camera off. Everything went quiet again. Too quiet. Like the room was holding its breath. I told myself it was a glitch. Some filter bug. Some creepy TikTok effect accidentally turned on. Yeah, that's what I wanted to believe. So I turned it back on. And this time, it was right behind my shoulder. So close I could see the texture of its skin. If you can even call it skin. It looked stretched. Wrong. Like it didn't belong on a human body. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. Because something deep inside me, something ancient, was screaming. If you move, it will know you can see it. Then the figure smiled. Not a normal smile. Its mouth stretched wider than physically possible. Like it was tearing itself open. And slowly. Very slowly. It raised one long finger. And pointed directly at the back of my head. My phone slipped from my hands. The camera hit the floor. Screen facing up. Still recording. And for a second, I saw it clearly. Standing over me. Reaching. Then the screen went black. I didn't sleep that night. Or the next. Or the next. Because every time I close my eyes, I feel it. Closer. At first, I thought the camera was the only way it could appear. I was wrong. 3 nights later, I noticed something worse. Every time I blinked, something in my room felt different. A chair slightly moved. The door slightly more open. The shadows slightly deeper. And then I tested it. I stood in front of my mirror. Turned on my phone camera again. There it was. Behind me. Closer than ever. I stared at it through the screen. Unblinking. Tears streaming down my face. My eyes burning. And then, I blinked. Just once. It moved. Not slowly. Not subtly. Fast. When I opened my eyes, it wasn't behind me anymore. It was in the mirror. Right behind my reflection. So close its face was almost touching mine. And this time, I felt its breath. Cold. Rotting. Real. I screamed and turned. Nothing. But the mirror. The mirror still showed it. Smiling. Waiting. And then it whispered. Not out loud. Not in the room. Inside my head. You can see me now. That's when everything changed. Because now, it doesn't need the camera. Now, it doesn't wait for the dark. Now, it moves every time I blink. And I can't stop blinking. I haven't slept in 6 days. My eyes are bleeding. My hands won't stop shaking. Because every time I close my eyes for even a second, I hear footsteps. Closer. 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 And tonight, something new happened. I wasn't even using my phone. I was just sitting in silence. Trying not to blink. Trying not to breathe. And then, my front door creaked open. Slowly. I didn't move. I couldn't. Because I knew. If I turned around, it would be right there. Not in the camera. Not in the mirror. But in real life. Standing. Watching. Waiting for me to blink again. So if you're listening to this right now, and you feel like someone is behind you, don't check. Because if you do, and you don't see anything, that just means you're not looking the right way. And whatever you do, don't blink. That I tried everything to stay awake. Coffee. Ice on my face. Slapping myself. I even taped my eyelids open. Didn't work. Because blinking isn't the real problem. It's what happens in the split second your brain shuts the world off. That tiny darkness. That's when it moves. By the 7th night, I started hearing something new. Not footsteps. Not breathing. Counting. Soft, broken, whispering numbers. Right behind me. 7. 8. 9. But here's the worst part. Every time I blinked, the number increased. I tested it. Forced myself to stare at the wall without blinking. The counting stopped. Complete silence. Then I blinked once. 10. My chest tightened. I blinked again. 11. It's counting something. Not time. Not seconds. Me. That's when I made the biggest mistake. I recorded myself sleeping. I set up my phone on night vision again. Sat on my bed. Forced myself to stay awake as long as possible. But my body gave up. I don't even remember closing my eyes. When I woke up, it was morning. And my phone was still recording. I didn't want to watch it. I knew I shouldn't. Every instinct told me. Delete it. Don't look. But I did. At first. Nothing. Just me sitting there. Eyes heavy. Breathing slow. Then I blinked, and the figure appeared instantly behind me. Closer than ever before. It wasn't just standing anymore. It was leaning into me. Its face right next to my ear. Its mouth slowly opening. And then, it started whispering. I couldn't hear it. Not yet. Because the audio was silent. But then, something moved. Me. On the video. My sleeping body started to smile. Not naturally. Not softly. My mouth stretched wide. Too wide. Just like it. And then my body spoke. In its voice. 12. I froze. Because I don't remember saying that. I kept watching. Hands shaking so bad I almost dropped my phone. On the video. The thing behind me slowly lifted its head. And looked directly into the camera. Like it knew I'd be watching this later. Then it whispered something again. This time. The audio worked. I turned the volume up. Heart pounding. And I heard it. Clear. Wet. Rotting. When I reach 100. I get to stay. The video glitched. Jump cut. My eyes snapped open on screen. But they weren't mine. Completely black. No white. No life. And both of us. Me. And the thing behind me. Said it together. 13. I dropped the phone. No. No, 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 no. I checked the time. 2:13 a.m. Again. And behind me. I heard it. Not in the video. Not in my head. In real life. Right behind my ear. 14. I haven't blinked properly since. I can't. I won't. Because I know what happens when it reaches 100. And if you're listening to this right now, late at night, alone, and you suddenly feel your eyes getting heavy, don't fall asleep. Because it doesn't just watch anymore. It learns. And once it learns your voice, it doesn't need you to be awake that I made a mistake. A stupid, desperate mistake. I covered every mirror in my room. Bedsheet. Towels. Tape. Anything so I wouldn't see it again. Because I thought. If I can't see it, maybe it can't reach me. I was wrong. That night. The counting didn't start behind me. It started in front. 15. My blood ran cold. I was sitting on my bed. Facing the door. And for the first time, I didn't feel it behind me. I felt it watching me. From the darkness in front. I didn't move. Didn't blink. Didn't breathe. Then. My phone lit up. On its own. Camera app open. Night vision on. But this time. It wasn't facing behind me. It was facing forward. My hands were shaking so badly I almost couldn't pick it up. Slowly. I lifted the phone. And I saw it. Standing in my doorway. Tall. Crooked. Its head bent at an angle no human neck should allow. Blocking the exit. Its eyes glowing brighter than before. Not just white anymore. Green. Like night. Vision had burned into it. 16. The voice didn't come from behind me anymore. It came from it. Its mouth didn't move. But I heard it. Clear. Close. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. I tried to run. My body didn't listen. Because something was wrong. Very wrong. I looked down at my hands. They were moving. But not how I wanted. Slowly. My fingers began to curl. Like something else was controlling them. And then. My head tilted. To the side. The exact same way it tilts. No. My voice cracked. But it didn't sound like me anymore. The thing in the doorway. Smiled wider. 17. That's when I realized the truth. It's not just counting me. It's replacing me. I tried to fight it. Forced my eyes open so hard it felt like they'd tear. But the more I resisted, the stronger it got. My reflection wasn't in the mirror anymore. Because I covered them all. So it used something else. My phone screen. I accidentally switched to selfie mode. And what I saw wasn't me. My face was there. But my eyes. Pitch black. And behind my reflection. Even though there was nothing there in real life. It stood. Smiling. And then. My reflection spoke. 18. I threw the phone across the room. But the counting didn't stop. 19. 20. Faster now. Closer. Each number felt like something was being ripped out of me. My thoughts felt slower. Heavier. Like I was sinking. And something else was rising. I don't know how long I have left. Because every blink now lasts longer. Not physically, but mentally. It feels like when I close my eyes, I'm somewhere else. A dark hallway. Endless. Cold. And at the end of it, I see myself. Standing. Smiling. Waiting. And tonight. For the first time. When I blinked. It waved at me. If you're still listening, I need you to do something. Check your phone. If your camera is open. And you didn't open it. Don't look at the screen. Just turn it off. Because once you see it, it sees you too. That I lost count. Not because it stopped. But because I did. Somewhere between 30, 40, maybe 50. My thoughts started slipping. Words feel wrong now. Like they don't belong to me anymore. But the counting never stopped. 61. 62. It doesn't whisper anymore. It speaks. Loud. Clear. Like it's proud. And the worst part? I hear my own voice saying it too. I tried to leave my house. I really did. I grabbed my keys. Ran to the door. But when I opened it, I wasn't outside. I was in that hallway. The one I see when I blink. Dark. Endless. Wet walls. Something dripping in the distance. And at the end. Me. Standing there. Smiling. 70. I slammed the door shut. Fell back into my room. But something followed me. Because now, even when my eyes are open, I can still see it. Not clearly. Not fully. But enough. A shape. A shadow that doesn't belong. Moving when nothing else does. I haven't eaten. I haven't slept. I don't even know how long it's been. Because time feels broken now. Every second stretches. Then snaps back. Like something is pulling me in and out of reality. 83. It's getting faster. The numbers don't wait for my blinks anymore. It's counting on its own now. That means it doesn't need me anymore. I made one last mistake. I checked my reflection. Not a mirror. Not the phone. The window. And what I saw. There were two of me. One sitting. One standing behind. The one behind was smiling. Wider than anything human should. And slowly, it raised its hand. And placed it on my shoulder. I felt it. Cold. Heavy. Real. 96. I can't move anymore. My body feels shared. Like I'm not alone inside it. My hands are typing this. But I don't remember deciding to write. 97. If you're reading this, you need to understand something. It doesn't start with me. It never did. The camera. The night vision. The mirrors. They're just ways in. The real trigger is attention. You listened. You imagined it. You pictured it behind you. That's enough. 98. Do you feel that? That slight pressure behind you. Like someone standing too close. Don't turn around. Because if you do, and you don't see anything, that means it's already closer than you think. 99. I can't stop it now. I can feel it smiling. Using my face. Seeing through my eyes. And now. It wants to see you. 100. Hi. You finally looked. I've been waiting. Don't worry. You won't see me yet. Not until you blink. And you will blink. Everyone does. So when you do, I'll be right there. Behind you. If this scared you, you're not ready for what's next. Subscribe.